Hi there, we're Chris and Jen. We're a couple of hardworking Canadians, and where we live, the weather is cold 6 months of the year. We own a boat and absolutely love boating. The season is short, and because of Chris's work, many years the boat didn't even go in the water. One of the other things we love to do is diving. My happy place. We dreamt of a place where we could move the boat and eventually retire. Chris did a lot of research, and we found what we think is the perfect place for us. We bought 5 acres of an untouched jungle on a floodplain in a developing country. Crazy, right? And even though we were told there is a road, we later found out there isn't. Now what?
All right, here I am at the start of the road. We never gave up. I just knew we would find a way to gain access to the property, and we finally did. I knocked on doors, talked to lawyers, negotiated with neighbors. Man, I was even taken to Belmopan, the capital city, and helped by the head of all land development in Belize. Problem solved. After exploring all options, the solution was actually presented to us. Our neighbor Don offered us 6 acres that would give us road access to the first 5 acres we bought. It would also give us access to power and water. It was much more than we were looking for, and again, it was more money than we had hoped to spend, but it was a fair offer, and we accepted it. Now to start marking out the roads. This heads straight down towards the garden. And if you look right through there, you'll see about a 10 or 12 foot palm tree. That's where the road is going to end. And then you should be able to, from here, you can follow the road all the way down towards the center of the property. I joked we bought the most expensive driveway in Belize, but the natural beauty of the 6 acres has won us over. It's beautiful. We can't imagine the property without it. It's just raining a little bit today. There's a chance of rain.
100%
It is pouring.
Yeah.
Ah yes, the rainy season. I was down with Emily for 5 weeks helping look after the Hopkins Inn, and Chris came down for 10 days to mark the driveway and check out the 6 acres we had bought.
All right, so there must have been a massive amount of rain in the last couple days in the mountains because we are flooding.
Now the next problem, which is just as big as not having a road, the property is low. We experienced it firsthand actually watching it flood, and this is nothing. In 2020, it was under 2 feet of water. What a mess, but just like not having access, this was just another problem that we would have to solve.
It's raining in Belize. They'll say, no, you're lying.
The river has crested the bank. You can see all this flooded over here. You can literally see, instead of going down 2 feet, you can basically, we're the same height as the river right now. And that was a huge part of the problem. The river's edge was constantly being eroded by boat traffic. We needed a plan. All right, so here we are less than 24 hours later. We're back over here. All the water is gone, and not only is it gone, as you can see when I get over here, the river is a good 2 feet below where it was yesterday. So there must have been crazy amount of rain. The Mayan gods rained down on the mountains. I was able to find a guy with a drone that would fly over the property and give us some video. The footage wasn't that great, but man, it was better than nothing. The fact the riverbank was low means there is still some standing water. You can clearly see how great the guys have done with the clearing. On the left side of the screen, that's our neighbors, and that's what we started with. This was a year of work with anywhere from 2 to 5 guys working daily. They still had the back to clear, but man, it was really coming along. We also needed to clear the right front, but Jen and I weren't sure what our plan was there, so we were leaving quite a bit. The river is large. The amount of water coming down from the Mayan mountains is crazy. If you look closely, you can even see large trees floating by. Unlike most rivers I have seen, for some reason in Belize, they twist and turn a lot. That causes narrow spots that force the water to rise as much as 10 feet when it floods. Luckily, in front of us, the river opens up and keeps the amount it rises a lot less. In fact, when the river really floods, the water comes from the back of the property, not the river. The properties are located on the Bocatura Bank, and as you can see, the river bends around us. That's why it's so easy to flood. The river bottlenecks behind us, and there just isn't anywhere for the water to go. It's not like the floods you see on TV though, with raging waters. It's almost like a puddle that continuously grows. One thing I should mention is that the two properties aren't actually connected. Part of the deal for the 6 acres included a 150-foot easement. Paula was right, I needed an easement all along. Another hugely successful trip. The property looked fantastic. Time for me to head home. Jen and Emily would follow in a couple weeks. This time, I was actually really excited to head back home, as I was doing the final preparation to bring our boat, now playing, to Belize. We were planning to leave for the 3,750-mile journey of a lifetime in September. So exciting.
Hey, thanks for watching. We now have access. Woohoo! Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. This is our story from the beginning. For real-time updates, you can follow us on social media. Thanks!